Okay, lesson 6 with Teddy today. So we're going to kind of recap and review all the stuff that we did yesterday. We are going to get Teddy dressed in his harness first.
Come here. Up.
Good boy. And do a little bit more with our grooming tools. Good, these puppies are getting pretty good with their harness. Getting it on.
Good job.
Good boy. So I just started by charging the clicker just like 2 or 3 times in a row this week.
Okay.
So we could do that. Just click and feed. Good. And then maybe toss him a get it cookie after that one.
Get it.
And then the food lure, pairing that with his name.
Teddy.
And they've been following the food lure pretty good now, so I'm trying to do it a little bit faster.
Teddy.
Nice. Yeah, and on and off the mat too.
Teddy.
Just make sure you're not blocking the camera.
I'm blocking the camera.
Well, not really blocking it. He's just not in it.
I am. Teddy.
Good boy. Nice job. Let's do a couple hand targets. Real easy to move in.
Is he doing it without a snap?
I would like move yourself this second. Yes, he has been. So offered. This would be an offered hand target if we don't have any food in our hand. Perfect. So we're still going to click and reward the behavior because it is still pretty new. Reward all these behaviors pretty consistently for a long time.
Touch.
And then Mercy's gonna ask Teddy for a hand target from her other hand. Good. So he's doing really good with those offered hand targets. Maybe one more hand target.
Touch.
Perfect. Toss him a little get it cookie. And they're following those get it cookies really well now.
Okay. Get it.
Yeah. Now when he comes back, see if you can get an offered sit from him, which is the hand signal. Good. And we've named the sit too. You can ask him sit. Yeah.
Okay. Good boy.
And then we started lured downs yesterday. So now Marissa's gonna have the food in her hand. So this is lured. Cookie in front of Teddy's nose. She's gonna slowly bring it straight to the ground. She's gonna hold it there for a moment. Wait for chest and elbows, both elbows to be on the ground. See how Teddy's pushing himself back? Then she's gonna click the clicker and set that cookie right between his 2 front legs. Okay, you wanna do that again?
Get it.
So offered sit when he comes back, and you can call it SIT.
Teddy. Sit.
Perfect.
It's so cute.
Okay, I know,
Sharper
right?
nails.
Okay, now try to lure down. Now notice we haven't called this down yet because Teddy only sort of learned this yesterday. We really just want him to get fluent in the behavior, so performing it pretty consistently. If he stays down, you can click and set another one right between his legs. Perfect. So this is how you work on down with duration. So a lot of times, and I think Teddy was doing this in the video yesterday, so click him again and shoot him right between his legs. We would lure him down, he would get the click and cookie, and then he would stand right back up again. So to get the dog to stay down, then we just, wait a few moments. If they keep holding the down, you can click again and feed them another piece right between their legs. Okay, go ahead and toss reset.
Get it.
Now we're gonna see if we can get an offered sit. You can click and feed the sit and then an offered down.
Okay.
So we're just gonna use the hand signal for a down.
Treat that or no?
So click that, yep, and treat that. Just because they're so little, I'm rewarding every single
Everything.
Yeah. Okay, and then once he's done crunching this treat, Marissa's gonna almost pretend like she has the treat in her hand and just do that same slow hand signal straight to the ground, and we'll see if Teddy can follow that hand signal. I would take that. Beautiful. So that's how we transition from the lure into an offered position change. Again, we still haven't named this. I'm sure Jay will name this later in the week, but because he only just kind of learned what this new position is yesterday, again, we want to practice it a bunch of repetitions before we put a name to it. Okay, so we'll give these position changes a break for a second.
Get it.
Yep. And I'm gonna roll this up. We'll see if he wants a little play break. And then we're gonna pull out the crate and do a little shaping with the crate.
Okay.
Oh, good boy. So yesterday, Teddy was putting like his head and like his front feet into the crate, and we were clicking and feeding that. We'll see if he wants to offer a little bit more. Tucker was climbing all the way into the crate. Ooh, what is that? Good boy.
So much more confident than last week. Being down on this
I
floor.
know. Usually it just takes them a couple of sessions, and then they realize it's fun to be down here, even on the slippery floors. They're so cute with their feet, right? Go get it. What is that big fridge? It's got food in there. Okay, so I'm going to pull one of these crates out. Okay, so in shipping, we're gonna, as soon as Teddy kind of looks at the crate, I would just click with that. You see how he took a couple steps towards
Yeah.
the crate, and then you can strategically just set that cookie right inside. Look right here. And then click when he sticks his nose into that cookie. Yep, and toss another one in. And I would click that stretch deeper into the crate. Yep, and toss another one. So even if he doesn't get the one cookie, he can see that there's other ones in there.
Come here. Right there.
Yeah, give him a second to think about it. Good. Click that paw in. Yep, and toss another one in there. Very good job, Teddy. Good, and I would click that nose being in there. Right. So even if he just walks back towards the crate again, like as soon as he looks at it, I would click that and set a cookie just inside.
Okay.
Right there. Perfect, you got it. And click that. Yep. Click his feet in.
Okay.
Good boy, Teddy. Good boy. Yeah. Boy.
Should I click that?
Yeah, click. Yep.
Oh, that one's over.
It's okay. He's going for it. I wonder if he's a little nervous because you see how the tray is moving when he steps on it? There we go. That seems a little bit more solid. Good boy. Yes, you're so brave. What's that? Another clicker? Look at his tail. So right now Teddy's thinking like, oh boy, what do they want from me? You exploring?
Oh my god, he's so cute.
Come over here. I'm gonna give him one lure.
Okay.
There he goes.
Good boy.
Yeah, click that. So during shaping sessions, this is really hard, and this is one thing that you have to train yourself as the trainer. I try not to see all this food that he's got in his crate here.
Yeah.
I try not to have my
Touch
hand in my treat pouch or have another piece until after I've clicked the clicker, because it's, in this case, it's easier for Teddy to just stand there and get fed by you versus, you know, going to explore something different with a different surface type So if he hears that rustle of your treat pouch, he
Yeah.
might get distracted by the task at hand and just turn and sit and look at you.
Like he did.
Right. To see if he can get an easy cookie.
Okay.
But that's just something that, you know, we kind of have to train ourselves to be aware of. Okay. Oh boy. Alright, so I think what we'll do is we'll give this one a break, but maybe we'll leave this food in here. If he happens to wander over to it, he can reward himself. Set this back over here. Okay, since we've got the two of us, let's do some just calling them back and forth. Teddy! Good boy. Here you go. I'll let you know when he's done crunching. Okay. Teddy! Good boy. Teddy! Yay! I know. Teddy!
Good boy. Good boy.
Teddy! Yay! Good boy! Teddy!
Good boy.
Nice. Okay, last one. Teddy! You see how he, maybe let's do it one more time each. He's starting to understand the pattern. Teddy!
Yes. Good boy.
Teddy!
He's already turning to come back.
I
to you.
know. All right. So that's just another little baby recall game that you can play with your puppy, is calling them back and forth if you've got a partner to work with, and you want to click when the dog is moving towards you. So we were clicking when Teddy was in motion coming towards us. This is a pretty low distraction area, but if you practice this at home, you'll want to do it you know, in low distraction areas, and then practice it like outside in the yard and stuff too, where it's a little bit higher distraction. Okay, let's do our magic mat. So we're gonna pull down the blue mat, and we're gonna do just a couple repetitions of step one, then we're gonna move right into step two. Since all those things are toys. So Teddy's gonna come over, and our criterion now is that all four paws minimally need to be on the mat. Both of the puppies are doing pretty good with also offering sits. Yep. Okay, and then we're gonna pick the mat up from underneath Teddy and move it. Maybe move it this way so the camera can see. Very nice. Yep. Okay, so now we're gonna move right into. Okay, so if the puppy lays down, then we strategically want to put the food right between their front legs. Yeah, you want to pick up that one that's next to him. Perfect. Now we're going to do our reset cookie. So this is step two. So instead of moving the mat from underneath Teddy, we're just going to tell him go get it. He's going to leave the mat. Oh, we're going to leave the mat there now. In step two, the mat stays stationary. We move the dog. Okay. Okay, and then we can click. And I probably would up his criteria to the first click doesn't happen until he's in a sit now. Okay, and then that reset cookie is going to be thrown off the mat in a different direction each time. So that was the same direction. I'd probably
do it behind us.
Yeah, stand up, because then the next step is we're going to start to move.
Okay.
So he gets 2 pieces for coming back to the mat. Good. Yeah. Now throw it. Yeah, the other way.
I'm still crunching.
After he's done crunching.
Get it.
Good boy. Okay, Okay, so Teddy's gonna come back to the mat. We're gonna wait for him to offer that sit. Okay, we're gonna click the sit, and we're gonna give him 2 cookies on the mat. Now I love that he's putting himself in this down position. So we're gonna start the very first step in step 3, and this is where Teddy's gonna be on the mat, and now Marissa's gonna start to move a little bit. So just turn your back to Teddy. This is where I start. I just turn my back to the dog, click that, and then come in, and now we're always gonna feed strategically right between the dog's legs because I want them to stay in that stationary down position. So we're gonna do this 3 times in a row where Marissa just turns her back to Teddy. Very good. And we can just do 1 cookie at a time now just so he's not getting too full.
Okay.
And 1 more time, turning her back to the dog that's on the mat. And then after he eats this one, we're gonna toss a reset cookie, pick up the mat, and put it away. So this is the very first step in step 3, which is starting to add some movement away from the dog. But you'll notice we really didn't take any steps away from Teddy. We're just making sure that he can handle the stay with us turning our backs to him. Turning your back to the dog is such a big visual cue that the dog should get up and follow. So that's where I like to start with this one. All right, let's see how much time we got here. Okay, so I want to do some of his handling exercises before he gets too full. So we could probably bring that brown mat back down. Here it is. A little bit more comfortable for him. Okay, perfect. And then, okay, he's coming over to me because he knows that we did this yesterday. All right, so what we did yesterday with I went through just like touching each body part and also taking off his harness first.
Okay.
Then we're going to hold the clicker, with the grooming tool, pick up a foot and touch it to that and go through all that. Okay? I'll let you do it.
Okay. Now, to take the harness off, because I did watch his video and he got like a little scared.
Right, so
Can
I
I
would
put the
start,
cookies down first?
yes, you can absolutely do that. And I would unclip the clip first.
Okay.
That's a good question. And then do the Velcro second.
I know,
Yeah,
it's
it's just
so
that sound
scary.
of the Velcro that I think is a little, loud and scary for
Startling.
them. Yeah. Good boy. So I would start just by warming him up with touching all his body parts
Okay.
first. Okay, yeah, you found that one. Good boy.
Gotta remember how to hold this and do it. There you go.
So we'll do all 4 feet, both ears, tail, and lift a lip, okay? And he was actually doing pretty good yesterday that I didn't have to hold the food lure in front of his nose.
Okay.
So you could try that. I usually try, and then if they're a little wiggly or something, then I'll come in and hold that food lure.
It's a lot easier.
Yeah.
There you go.
Good. And then yesterday I was kind of like picking up an ear and like just massaging it gently.
Okay.
Yeah. So last week when we were handling ears, literally all we did was like maybe touch the ear and lift it like really briefly. This week we're adding like a nice little massage kind of right at the ear canal. So this is what starts to prep them for either the otic exam where the doctor has to look down in their ear just like when you go to your doctor, or ear cleaning where you might take some gauze and massage the inside of their ear. Okay, and then one quick lip lift.
Clench, clench.
Perfect.
There you go.
All right. Hi, yes, I'm still here too.
Now this?
Yeah.
And you're just placing it on the paw.
Yep, I'm picking it up with one hand and then with the clicker and clipper blade touching the foot and clicking.
No, not Jess.
Yep, just like that. Perfect. boy. Me?
Yes. With your other toe.
Sometimes if they're like this, I'll just kind of roll their hips.
Oh, okay.
And then you have access to that last foot. Yeah.
You're still crouching.
Good. And then that's all we'll do with those, with the clippers.
Okay.
And then if he wants to check them out, that's fine. But then sometimes in between the handling exercises, I'll throw them one of those get it cookies, just to like give the dog a little mental break before I move on to the next grooming tool.
Get it.
And then when he comes back to the mat, it's almost like him saying, okay, I'm ready for the next thing.
Okay.
Okay. So this one, I wasn't doing the bristles. We'll just touch him with the back of the brush. So I just started by touching, like, you know, by like their shoulders or somewhere neutral. Just set it on him. Good. Click that and feed him. And then maybe do it kind of down just a little bit further.
You can take it.
So then more like down here this time. And like during the husbandry stuff, I'll still do
While they're
it while they
crunching?
are crunching. Yeah, because
Okay.
it almost like gives them something else to
To
think
think
about,
about.
other than the fact that I'm coming at them with
Come here.
something weird. Toss him and get a cookie over here.
Get it.
And then let's see if he wants to come back. Good boy.
Boy. I grab the treat first.
That's okay. So while he's crunching, I would do it just a stroke. Yep, and then click that.
Come here.
And we're right at 22 minutes, so I think this is a good place to end it for today for him.
Okay.
Oh, good boy, you came back over one last time. All right, Teddy. So his next 2 sessions will be with Jay this week. Good boy.